Hello, Professor. Today I want to introduce the lecture 13 summary, and the topic is bus. I'm today's presenter, Jiajun Jiang. So here's start with the bus. In computer architecture, a bus is a communication system that transfers data between components inside a computer or between computers. The expression converts, or we can just describe the bus is just a lot of wires. There are four main wires to connect the CPU, memory, and disk. The first one is control, and the second is address, and the third is data, and the last one is power. We can use those four wires to transfer the data. And the two main advantages for the bus is versatility and low cost. They are address bus or data bus. We can use bus in a lot of situations, and it is also low cost, but there are still a lot of cons or limits for the bus, like the length of the bus, the number of connect device, and the support different time delay and transfer speed rate device. So those are three problems when we use the bus. And then is the ISA bus. The ISA bus is the earliest bus. The width for the bus initially is 8-bit and later extend to 16-bit. And the pros for the ISA bus is it is very simple, and ISA bus is accept cards for sound display and hard drives and a lot of device. So it can be adapted for a lot of device. But the cons is the speed is not that fast, and the ISA slot are long connector on the motherboard, which provides 16-bit slots with additional connection to support the wider and database, but it is still limited by the motherboard. Because physically we cannot extend motherboard to very long because we still have to install the motherboard in our PC. And then is PCI bus. The PCI bus is a parallel bus architecture. It provides auto configuration capability and use of highly refined connector with a small area of contracts. So it makes the PCI bus is a high frequency bus. The pros for the PCI bus is it has high speed data transfer than the ISA, and the capability with wide range of hardware device, and then is easy to install and configure. The cons for the PCI is it paved the way for the even faster and more efficient, like the PCI Express, the PCIe. So the speed and efficiency is still lower than PCIe, definitely, because the PCIe is a newer technology. And the decline support in modern computer system is still a disadvantage for the PCI bus. The bus master slave architecture is a communication protocol used in computer bus where one device, the bus master, control the bus and the data transfer, while other device, the slave, respond to the master's command. And this architecture is very commonly used in bus like PCI. The main thing for the bus master is control. The bus master has the authority to initiate and control the data transfer on bus. And the bus slave is to do response. The slave responds to the bus master's command. They do not initiate the transfer on the bus. And the benefits of master-slave architecture is efficient on the resource management, and the second is simplified communication. The bus arbitration, there's only one set of global address, data, and control bus available in given system. And there's three ways for the arbitration. The first one is fixed arbitration. We also call it daisy chain. And the second is centralized arbitration. The third one is dynamic priority change. Let's start with the daisy chain. The pros for the daisy chain is it is very simple and also easy to predict because the daisy chain is just like a serial line. The number 3 will be after number 2. So it is very simple and predictable. So we can predict when will the device will get access to the bus. But the counts for the daisy chain is also very significantly. The first one is it is very inefficiently, and it cannot assure the fairness because the low priority device may be lagged out because the lower priority device may cannot get access for the bus for a very long time, and it is very slow. The daisy chain will limit the bus speed. We can see this picture. We can notice the daisy chain will be happen on device 2, 3, and N. So the device 2 have to wait for the device 1 to give the signal, and every device has to wait the period 1 to get the access. So it is very slow and limit. And then is centralized parallel arbitration. The advantage for the centralized parallel arbitration is it is very flexible and can assure the fairness because every device have the opportunity to get the bus. But the disadvantage is it is more complicated than the daisy chain. It used in initially all processor memory bus and in high-speed I/O bus. And then is PCI Express. The PCIe is a high-speed interface standard for connecting device to computer motherboard. The key feature for the PCIe is it is a serial bus, but the speed is very fast, and it is a point-to-point architecture and hot-swappable also. The benefits for the PCIe is high bandwidth. The PCIe provide better data transfer rate compared to the old bus. And for the low latency, why it can have a low latency? Because for the data path, the point-to-point connection reduce the latency compared to the ISA bus. So PCIe is all way better than PCI. So the PCI has become the standard for the internal express in modern computer due to its high bandwidth, low latency, flexibility, and it still continues to evolve to providing better performance. And then is Universal Serial Bus. It also called USB. It is very common in our daily life. The key feature for the USB is it is very easy to use because it is a plug and play connectivity. The USB allow device to be connect and disconnect without restarting the computer, and the device are automatically recognized and configured by the operating system, so it is very easy. And the high versatility, the USB supports various devices including keyboard, the mouse, the printer, a lot of device. And the speed for the USB, there are a lot of different versions for the USB, but the USB 3 can up to 5 gigahertz per second, so it is kind of fast for our daily life. So the pros for the USB is the USB reduce the need for multiple connect cable because one USB cable can connect a lot of devices. And the new version of USB are backward compatible. We don't have to update the version or something. And plug and play is very easy to use. And USB offers a range of data transfer speed from the version 1 to version 3. And we can see the picture. It shows us the different version of the USB from the Type A to Type C. So in most of the case, our cell phone is charged by the Type C because it can also provide enough voltage for our device so it can power up our battery. So this is all I have for today. Thank you, Professor.